Yo, what's up guys, this is your boys Furious Brothers coming up with another GTA video. Guys, in today's video, we're gonna focus on something really important. So I've been receiving a lot of questions, comments, how to get clean plays, dirty plays, what's a DSL, what's a cap limit, what is all of this. So today, the video from today, we're gonna cover all of this. Step by step. It's gonna be a long video. I'll try to do it as quick as possible, but we're gonna definitely try to cover everything bit by bit, so you guys, it should hopefully help you along the way on if you're new to duplication cars, if you're new into this new industry. All these questions will be answered hopefully, and if you have any other question, just leave it down below. I will be leaving also some links under the description that will also help you, the levels and other stuff. If you just click on the description on this video, you will be able to see, to read everything, most of the stuff that I will be covering in this video. So before everything, a lot of the question they usually ask is, can you get banned? Can you get reset? You can. It's one of the safest glitches that you can really do. It's just because you are literally selling a car, so it's hard for a GTA algorithm to find out that you are cheating in a way, because you're not duplicating money, you're not doing anything in the same sort of like that, so it's impossible. You can get cap limit, which if you don't watch out, it's really bad. It's worse than getting banned or reset, because you won't be able to sell any more cars, but you won't get banned or reset. So let's start. Basically at the beginning of, let's go back to the first year of GTA. So at the beginning of GTA, GTA came up with or Rockstar came up with an algorithm that was introduced to detect people that were trying to cheat. All right, how were they trying to cheat back in the day? They were selling more cars than they should, so they introduced this sort of like mechanism or algorithm to catch all of these people that they were trying to make money, because back in the day that was one of the only ways. There was not businesses, there was only like one heist, and so that's what people started to do to get a bit of cash. So they introduced this sort of like technique or algorithm to catch people that they were trying to sell more than they should. So this works like this. All right, pretty simple. You are only allowed to sell 40 cars every 30 hours. I mean, it's almost impossible for you to sell 40 cars in 30 hours, because you have a cooldown period. So if you purchase a car from the store, for those you do not have a cooldown period, or it does not count as part of the 40 cars. If you steal a car from an NPC, or from an NPC from the street, you can also sell the car, but that one you can only sell one every 48 hours. All right, so every 48 hours you can go steal a car from any random NPC from the street, go to the mod shop, and you can sell it. For that, you have no cap limit. You can sell as many as you want, but only every 48 hours, because it won't let you sell it. Then you have your personal vehicles. Personal vehicles is any sort of vehicles that you can put a tag on. When you put a tag on, or when you put a GPS, that means that is your car. All right. With that also, you can only sell one every 48 hours, but that one does have a cap limit. So when you try to sell a personal vehicle, that you, for example, you went on the street, you got a personal vehicle, you stole a car, then you take it to the mod shop and you put the GPS on it, that is your personal vehicle. You can sell it. Same thing. 48. You have to wait 48 hours minutes. Every 48 minutes you can sell one, and that has a cap limit. All right, of 40. So the players came up with an idea that they were selling one stolen car or one personal vehicle at the same time. That wouldn't, it wouldn't crash together, and then trying to reach the limit of 40, which is impossible. You couldn't do that. So, and that's when the exploit level started. So as soon as you start doing like this sort of like dodgy stuff, you don't have to reach the 40 cars for you to get the cap limit. It's all up to the Rockstar algorithm. So that's how sort of like the algorithm, that's a tough word to say, yeah, works. Okay, so let's talk about the cap limits. All right, cap limits is like that. You get 40 cards. You can only sell 40 cards every 30 hours. All right, but then you might be saying, how come I got hit by a cap limit, all right, when I haven't reached the 40 hours? Simple. Every time you sell, let's talk about dirty cars this time. Every time you sell a dirty car, if you don't know what a dirty car is, guys, it's when, I'll show you quickly, it's when you duplicate a car, alright, and it has the same plate as the other car. Okay, so when you duplicate a car that has the same plate as the other car, when you try to sell it, that becomes a dirty car. For that type of cars, you can only sell one a day, because after that you will get the exploit cap limit. The Rockstar would know that you're selling a dirty car, and then straight away you're gonna be hit by a cap limit. Okay, you can sell the first one and you'll be okay. As soon as you try to sell the second one, that's when it will hit you with a cap limit. You have about 7 different type of cap limits, all right, which is called exploit levels. All right, the first one is 0 level, which you can do 40 vehicles every 30 hours. When you get hit with the limit, cap limit, you enter level 1, which is you can only sell 10 vehicles per hour, per 30 hours, sorry, my bad. Then if you reach that again, but like I said, even if you're selling clean cars, you can always get hit by the limit. All right, it doesn't really matter. It's not 100% guaranteed. There's things that you can do that we'll talk later on for you to avoid that, but still you can always get hit by the cap limit. All right, then if you get hit again, you go into level 2, which is 8 vehicles every 30 hours. Then you get hit by level 3, level 4, and it keeps lowering. Now the problem is, when you get hit with the levels, all right, you will have to wait 30 hours for it to reset. Right? If you're level 1, for you to go back to level 0, which is the no level, you have to wait 30 hours. If you're level 2, you will have to wait 60 hours, because you have to wait 30 plus then you go back to level 1, then 30 again, then you go back to level 3. If you're level 3, again 30, 30, 30, and keeps going, so on, so on, so on. When you repeat, let's say repeat offender or repeat cap offender, that's when you reach the 7 levels, all right? And then if you don't know about these cap limits, right, you will go back again to level 1, which is like a way of saying, okay, we're gonna reset you. But if you keep getting again, if it hits you again with the cap limit on level 1, then you jump to level 2, and that's when in level 2 you will be hit by 9 months, and that's the big problem. So you won't be able to sell cars for 9 months, because you'll be always get hit by the cap limit. It won't even let you sell, not even one. So that's roughly how the cap limit work. All right, you will technically know when you try to sell a car. If you sell 3-4 cars and you get if you sell, for example, 6 cars and you get hit with the cap limit, that means you're on level 3. Now you'll be on level 4. You can only sell 5, and this is why usually we guarantee you when you start, we recommend, sorry, not for you to sell any more cars when you get hit with the cap limit. Only sell 1, so you can easily go back again and reset, so you can be okay. Every time you sell a car, from that moment, that's when the 30 hours hits. So if you sell one car today at 9 p.m., right? From that moment, you need to start counting the hours. You can sell more cars, but you need to be aware not to sell more than the recommended limit, which is, as you know, when you start duplicating, the recommended limit is 8. All right, so it'll be 8, one car every hour. That is one of the most of the recommended limit, so that way you don't get exploited. You don't not exploited, exploiter. They don't hit you with a cap limit. So we have two types of cars, right? We've got the dirty duplications, which is the one I've told you is the one that when you duplicate your car, it comes with the same plate as the duplicated. And you have the clean, there we go, I'm gonna show you, you have the clean dupe cars. The clean duplication cars is when you duplicate a car and the other car comes with the LG or with the LG plate. So for example, if I'm duplicating, I'll show you, if I'm duplicating this car, right, and it has 35, but the LG that I'm duplicating, the last two numbers are 36. Usually when it's a clean duplication, the car that gets duplicated, it will still look like the first one, like my Easy, but it will have the LG plate. When it's 30, both of them will have the same plate. Then we have, well, the 30 ones, 30 plates, you can only sell one a day. Now then we have the private plates. Private plates, you can get it from eFruit. eFruit, you have to log in, register, and you can get private plates. The first one is free, the second one is 100k. I recommend you to have A plates, so you can, when you're selling your A cars a day, you can sell them with different plates. So private plates, there you go. You can put your, as you can see, it says Mr. Furious. You can change the names. Those called. Let's can you sell this one? Let me go in so you can see it properly. I hope it shows what it shows. Yeah, this one says. There we go, DJ Gomez. So these types of cars, they are private plates. Sorry, they are technically called clean dupes. Why? Because every time you're going to the MOC, not the MOC, sorry, the place that you change. I can't remember where you mod the cars. I'll show you. Quickly. If you go into plates, where are your plates? So if you go into plates, you can actually, as you see, you can change it. You see, soccer, it does. So you have all of these sort of plates that you can change before you sell it. I would recommend you, before you sell a car, a duplication car, change the plate just in case. You know, just even though they are clean, but just in case, to avoid this sort of issue, in case for you not to get hit with a cap limit. Like I said, you can always get hit by a cap limit. So that's what dirty and clean plates are. There are some duplications that you can do that they would say in the title. Duplicate your car with clean plates, or they might say they could be nice enough and say you can you will get dirty plates. This is why something that you need to watch out every time you do a duplication. Usually they all say in the video, this is a dirty, this is a clean duplication, so you're aware. Now, how to lower the chance of you getting a cap limit when you're doing clean duplications, right? This is for clean duplications. As I said, dirty duplications, you will always get hit with a cap limit. You can always sell one a day. Now, with clean duplications, you can avoid by getting a cap limit, not avoid, but lowering your chance of getting a cap limit, right? By having private plates, as I mentioned before, by selling A cars every 30 hours with a gap of 1 hour in between. Have around 8 plates. If you have private plates, have around 8, so every time you change, or if you don't want to sell it straight, you can put it back in your garage and put a different plate. That doesn't really matter. and if you could change the prices. So when you're about to sell a car that is going to be you duplicate a car and you're about to sell it, upgrade a couple of things. Change the price a little bit. So instead of getting 1.8 all the time, make it less. You know, it's like myself. I have gold Yeezys, I've got black Yeezys, I've got brown Yeezys, I've got so many colors. So by selling them, it was sort of like try to trick Rockstar into thinking I'm selling something else. Let's see what else. Imagine you got hit by a cap limit, right? Do you need to worry? Not really. There's things that you can do to help you out. If you do got hit by a cap limit, don't sell anything for 30 hours, or depending on the level, the exploiter level that you're on. But you must sell one car a day, right? You need to log every 2 days, and if you can log in every day, you need to sell one car a day. Okay, you have to. If you don't sell any cars at all and you wait for the 3-4 days to be over, it won't happen. Okay, you have to. It's a must. Now, this is something that you guys need to understand. If you have a bunch of dirty cars in your garage, and you decide, or somehow you sold one and by mistake you didn't check and the 30 hour wasn't gone, and you sold the next and you try to sell the next one, you get hit by a cap limit, you need to get rid of all your duplication, your dirty duplication cars. You need to get rid of them, right? Because now Rockstar knows that all the cars that you have in your garage are dirty. So until you don't get rid of them, you will always be hit by a cap limit. After 30 days, you're gonna try again without knowing. You're gonna click and you're gonna get hit again. Level 2, then level 3, level 4. You need to get rid of them, or do a clean duplication like I've done before. Do a clean duplication with a private plate and get rid of them. All right, you'll be like doing like a LG again for a private plate. All right, you have to get rid of it because he knows that you're dirty. So if you're having this problem, check your cars, see if they are dirty. If they are dirty, you will never get out of the cap limit unless you get rid of all of them. So remember, if you get hit by a cap limit and you have dirty cars, you need to get rid of them. It's a must. Let's see. So now if you get hit by a cap limit and you know that all your cars are clean, don't worry about it. It happened to me a couple of days ago. I was trying this and I got hit by a cap limit. I didn't really have to worry about changing my other cars because they were all clean. So you don't have to worry about that. So with the let's see what else. So what's the importance of private plates? It just makes it harder for the GTA algorithm to catch you. It will still catch you, but it just makes it slightly harder. You can change your plates, so that's good. It's really good. You can change your plates before you sell a car. What else? Let me think. So let me see. I think that's roughly. Oh yeah, there's one thing that is really important that happened to me recently. If you have private plates, right? And I did it on purpose to see what happened. I tried to sell 2 dirty cars, and I got hit by the cap limit. I realized that I couldn't change my private plates. They got rid of my private plates. So this is how they don't really joke. Rockstars they take everything really serious when it comes to duplications. They got rid of my private plate, so I couldn't change. So if I didn't have cars with private plates, I wouldn't be able to do any more duplications until they gave me my private plates back. But luckily enough, I already had some private cars already, so I kept on duplicating my cars. But if I didn't, I wouldn't be able to duplicate any more cars for about 4 days. because they revoke my private plates. So when I go to eFruit to get new plates, I couldn't. And when I tried to change my plate, so if I had a private, for example, if this car I wanted to change the plate to another name, I couldn't, because they just took all of them away. So if that ever happens to you, if you're doing a duplication, you get hit by a cap limit, all right, a clean duplication, and you get hit by a cap limit, and they take your license or your plates, private plates away, do not worry. It could take up to 4 to a week roughly for you to get your plates back. Okay, so you don't need to don't go crazy. Oh, they took my plate, I'm not getting it back. You will get them back. It's a way of them telling you, look, we know that you're doing something, we will take your plates, so you cannot do any more duplications for about 4 or 5 days. That would be the punishment. Okay, so that's it. I mean, I tried to cover everything as quick as possible. I will leave some information in the description section, so you guys can go for it and read it. If you still don't understand anything, if you're still a bit concerned or you still got a couple of questions, just drop a comment down below of what you want me to give you to give you some help with. And that's it, guys. I really hope this video can actually help you, because trust me, researching about all of this, it helped me a lot, because I had no idea about dirty or duplicate or anything. That was not that was something that YouTubers wouldn't explain. Thanks God that when I first started to do duplications, the person that did it, that I was following, he just said, oh, get private plates, and that's what I did. Since that moment onwards, I had private plates, and I had no idea why. He never explained what was the reason of the private plates, which I'm telling you guys now, the reason, the importance of having a private plate. If you are doing something that I really noticed, if you are doing a duplication, a clean duplication, right, with a private plate, the second car, right, would change into the LG car. So don't worry, that's normal, okay? Because it's a clean duplication, and that's how you realize it's a clean duplication. And that's it. I mean, that's technically almost, I think it should be everything. Like I said, just drop a comment down below if you think that's something that I haven't covered. And I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to subscribe, drop a like, leave a comment down below, and stay tuned for more duplications. Until then, guys, peace.